right. Hello, everyone. Hello. I see we have hit the go button on the Streaming Inspiration Broadcast Network side. Hello, and Facebook is live, and I have my dear husband Andy, who has joined on the Facebook side. Hello, everybody. Come on in. We will not be before you long today. It's going to be a short midweek motivation today. We just want to jump on real quickly. So we'll give you a couple minutes to join. Hello, everyone. Once you get here, we ask that you like and share. Awesome. So, welcome to Midweek Motivation with Chris Wilson. Again, my darling husband, whom you all have gotten accustomed to seeing here every Wednesday with me, is on his way home from work. Can you believe it? Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and he had to work late. Yeah, exactly. But it's all good. God is still good, always blessing us. Even when we don't even think that it's a blessing, God is blessing us. So listen, I just wanted to jump on really quick. First of all, to wish everyone a very, very happy Thanksgiving on tomorrow. And, we have, even though, 2020 has come in and has taken us all by surprise, and it almost seems like we've settled into the new normal, even though this is not going to be with us forever. It seems like we have settled into the new normal. But, 2020 came in with a bang. It disheveled a lot of our plans and our intentions, our goals, our milestones. All those things were tossed up in the air. But in spite of all of that, God has been good to us in 2020. This has been, my husband says, happy Thanksgiving to you all. This has been a very strategic moment. God does nothing. He does nothing without a purpose, without intentionality. So we thank God for the intentionality of our having this moment of pause, having this season of lack of busyness. It's exactly what has been going on. It's been a lack of busyness. And we've had an opportunity to, rebuild or strengthen or even find again relationships. We've had an opportunity to rebuild relationships that we've lost over the years. We've reconnected with some people, that we've lost contact with over the years. Or we've had an opportunity to spend some much needed quality time in the Lord's presence, just rebuilding and strengthening that bond, that relationship, hearing His voice, hearing the corrections that He wants us to make in our lives, and the path forward with the things that He has crafted and called us to do and to be. So it has not been a wasted time. My pastor says, don't waste a good pandemic. Don't waste a good crisis. And this pandemic has certainly been a crisis. Don't waste it. Find the good spots in it. Find what the Lord would have you to hear, what He would have you to learn, what He would have you to change in the midst of this season that we're in. So, yes, we have reconnected with people, even in our homes. We run to and fro so often. We get busy with our lives, and sometimes our paths can cross, as opposed to just taking the moment just to sit with each other and just spend time with each other, even if it's just watching a good series like Black Lightning. Just binge watching. We binge watched Black Lightning, during this season that we've been home. And it's been wonderful, just to be able to stop long enough just to sit with those that you love and just be in their presence, just spend time there, just rest, be at rest with each other. And that's a wonderful thing. So this time has been great. And so as we enter into tomorrow, the Thanksgiving Day, we're in this Thanksgiving season now, which for me, Thanksgiving starts at the beginning of November and it goes straight through Christmas. But, my niece has this T-shirt that says Thanksgiving 24/7, forever have an attitude of gratitude and have Thanksgiving 24/7 every day of the year, because we always have something to be thankful for. Just waking up in the morning, we can say thank you. We have something to be thankful for. And even on our Bible study fellowship that we have on Zoom, last night with my church, Grace Cathedral Church in Sea Pleasant, Maryland. It's where we're located, but we have our services, our Sunday service and our Bible study via Zoom, as all churches are and should be, especially now since the pandemic is upticking again. But anyway, last night, instead of having Bible fellowship, we had a moment of testimony, just how wonderful God has been in each of our lives during whatever it is that we have experienced during 2020. And the thing that was, I believe, was a theme throughout the majority of the testimonies was the fact that God has kept us, in our homes. He's kept us on our jobs. He has kept us, outside of not being sick. Hi, Nathan. Thank you so much for joining during this whole season that God has kept us, and He's kept food on our tables. He's kept heat in our homes. He's kept the lights on. He's kept the water running. He's kept the mortgage paid. He's kept the rent paid. That was the theme that flowed through our time of fellowship last night on our Zoom call. And that, again, is what I believe all of us, most of us who watch this, and not all of us who tune in to Midweek Motivation, we can all say that, God has kept us in one form, fashion, or another. No matter what it is that we feel like we have may have been experiencing, or may have lost, or may have gone through, at the end of the day, God has kept us and is still keeping us. And for that, we have to be thankful. We can be no more than thankful. When we wake up in the morning, every morning we have woke up. He has made sure our eyes open and that breath was still in our bodies, our hearts were still beating. Thank you goes there. A thank you goes there. So the Thanksgiving season that we're in this year, it is so different than anything that any of us has ever experienced in our lives, because none of us has experienced a pandemic on this wise. None of us has. So Thanksgiving and going into Christmas is going to be different for us. It's going to look way different than what we have become accustomed to. But at the end of the day, God is still keeping us. He is saw fit to leave you and to leave me in this world for a specific reason. And we don't want to miss what that specific reason is by complaining about the pandemic or grumbling about what we're having to do. Put the mask on. Why are we complaining about having to wear a mask? We're saving our lives, and we're saving the lives of those around us, those in our homes, those that we love. We're not infecting, our senior citizens, Put the mask on and say, thank you, Jesus, that this mask is aiding in my health. Washing our hands, doing those necessary things, staying distant from each other. With the technology that we have today, the Zoom that we have today, Facebook Live that we have today, Skype that we have today, WebEx meetings that we have today, we have many avenues with which we can see our loved ones, with which we can communicate with those that we are accustomed to being in their presence in times like this. We are accustomed to being with family during Thanksgiving. I mean, the Wilson family, when we would go to Myrtle Beach for Thanksgiving, I think the largest group that we took down there was 80 people, 80 to 90 people. So we are accustomed to being with a lot of people for Thanksgiving. Guess what? We can still be with a lot of people for Thanksgiving via Zoom. We just had a Zoom birthday party. Was it Sunday or Saturday? Not many days ago, we had a Zoom birthday party, and I'm telling you, there were 50, 60 people, maybe more than that, on that call. So we can still gather. We can still get together and see and talk with and laugh and cut up with those that we love and care for, even in the midst of this pandemic, when we have to remain separate, when we have to stay 6 feet apart, and for the most part, we have to stay in our homes. We have to stay in our various cities and our various locations, because this pandemic is not, it doesn't care who you are. There is no respecter of person when it comes to this pandemic. So we do want to remain safe and remain careful and remain thoughtful about our brothers and our sisters. Remain careful and thoughtful about our neighbors. Remain careful and thoughtful about those who we come in contact with. So, I really, really want to just stress just how important it is that going into Thanksgiving tomorrow, that we be intentional about being very thankful for all of the many blessings that God has bestowed upon us, because we are a rich people. We are rich with health and rich with wealth and rich with joy. And that's the thing. In the midst of whatever we're going through, there is still joy that runs through. I can speak for myself. There's still joy about everyday things that are going on. And I will let you guys in a little bit on what's coming up in our future for midweek motivation, for Authentically You, and for my husband and I. We have started doing scheduling interviews with people that we're actually going to sit with in front of the Zoom camera until the world opens back up. We will be in front of the Zoom camera, and once the world opens back up, then this will be our studio, and we'll have people here. But we are scheduling people now that we are going to be interviewing about those things that God created and crafted and called them to be, and the things that He has assigned to their hands to do. And these things, these people are functioning in now. They're moving in them now, and they are moving with passion because they are so excited about this, about whatever it is that God has assigned to them to do. Our segment will be called Authentically You Imprint, how you will leave your imprint on the world. Let's see how, as you work with God and you identify, as He identifies those things, as He highlights those things in your life that mean the most to you, that He will show you what it is that He has called and created and crafted you to be, and moving forward with that. So I'm excited about that. I really am excited about that. Hi, JoJo. Thank you so much for joining. Happy Thanksgiving to you. And so, I just wanted to hop on really quick. I didn't even want to be here 15 minutes, and it's almost 15 minutes now. But I really just wanted to hop on really, really quick just to say Happy Thanksgiving, and to everyone, to the entire Midweek Motivation community. Happy Thanksgiving to the Authentically You community. Happy Thanksgiving to our families, to our friends, to our loved ones, to our co-workers. Just happy Thanksgiving to everyone who watches Midweek Motivation from week to week. And I just want to say that without you guys, we would not have a show. We would not need to be here. We would not want to be here were it not for you all. So we are thankful for our Midweek Motivation community. We are thankful for our Authentically You community. We are thankful that you guys find the things that we talk about here, the things that we bring to you, that you find it worthwhile to spend some time with us from week to week. Hi, Brenda Malloy. Thank you so much for joining. We have so much to be thankful for. And for Brenda Malloy, she has released her second book. I am so super proud of you, Brenda Malloy. I'm telling y'all. So see, this is another example of what I was saying. There is so much to be thankful for in the midst of a worldwide pandemic. We're getting books written in the midst of a worldwide pandemic. Come on now, we are launching, an internet television in the midst of a pandemic. Now, back to that, I don't think we will start airing any of the interviews that we're going to be doing until January of 2021, unless of course we get so many, in the bank, in the can, as my pastor would say, that we can start launching. We can start airing some of those videos late December. But the target date for Authentically You Imprint is January 2021. And so, Brenda Malloy, I need to get with you so that we can get an interview set up, that we can talk to you about your books and do that recording so that we can add that to our bank of interviews that we will air next year in January. All right? So, yes, I am super, super excited about all that's going on. I am super excited about the future. The future still looks bright. No matter what we are experiencing from day to day, the future does look bright. And we have to believe that. We have to hold on to that. We have to trust God in that. The future looks bright. We have a great, bright future ahead of us, of the things that He wants us to do, the things that He wants us to put our thumbprint on. Because as you already know, from hearing from me, there is not another thumbprint like mine in the entire world. There's not another thumbprint like yours in the entire world. You are unique. You are unique, and God wants to use that uniqueness in getting His message across the world. He wants to use your uniqueness to touch lives that we never would have thought we would be able to touch. So I'm getting ready to close because I now still have a low battery on my iPad, so that's going to close me out. I will have reached my 15 minutes, which is what I wanted to do today. But I wanted you guys to know I love you dearly. Thank you so much for your support over these 3 years now that I have been on Midweek Motivation. I have been on Facebook Live. Thank you. Is it 3 years or 4? I think it's 3 years. Thank y'all so much because you have been faithful. You have been here supporting me, encouraging me, and y'all have been the wind underneath my wings. My sissy, Sarah Wallace, is watching. Hello, darling. How are you? So, see, this is another thing that I'm saying about tomorrow and Thanksgiving and not being able to be around our family. My sister lives in North Carolina. Okay? She's here with us tonight. And tomorrow, I will see her face to face, even though I would not be able to touch her. That's the beauty of where we are, even in the midst of this pandemic. That is the beauty to where we are and the reach we can still have. So I don't want anyone to feel like that they are sequestered and can't reach people, because you really can. We have so many creative ways that we can actually reach out and touch people in the midst of this pandemic. So I love you, Sissy. Thank you so much for joining. But I am actually closing out because it is Thanksgiving Eve and people need to be in their kitchens doing what they need to be doing. I thank y'all so much for jumping on really quick with me tonight. I love each and every one of you. And I am super excited about how God will speak to you, His plans and His purposes, His intentions for you going forward. 2021, who knows what's going to happen? It's going to be good, though. God intends to do you good. Jeremiah 29:11. The plans that I have for you are plans to do you good and not to do you evil. Plans to give you a future and a hope. God always has great things in store for us. All we have to do is spend enough time with Him to hear Him, and then listen to what He wants to say about us and the dreams that He has for us, and then obey. That's all we have to do. And He'll make sure that His plans come to fruition in our lives. He said not one word will return to Him void. Okay, it shall accomplish that thing that He sent out. All right? So listen, guys, again, I am going to sign off right now. Happy Thanksgiving. I love each and every one of y'all. And continue to be safe. Continue to be safe. All right? I will see you all next week. Bye-bye.